Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. This is the new moon reading for the sign of Virgo, okay? The new moon is a time for new beginnings, new endeavors, new relationships, new love, new romance, anything beginning. The beginning of things, the spring of things, the time to sow seeds, okay? New, rejuvenation. We're going to start right off with the Wild Unknown Oracle deck and get your animal spirit for the new moon cycle, and then we'll use the Deviant Moon deck to do the overall reading, all right? So this is going to be for the sign of Virgo. I've already been meditating on your cards and shuffling them for quite some time. So we're going to go right into it. Virgo for the new moon cycle. Today is May 4th. All right, I'm getting these last few readings out. Some of them will come out just after midnight, 1 o'clock on May 5th, and that's okay. It's still new moon cycle. All right. And I think the next new moon will be June 3rd. So let's see what your spirit animal is. Virgo for this month. Love our Virgos. Beautiful sign, earth energy. Very fastidious people, very orderly, you know, beautiful. And your card is the Whale. Wow. Underneath you have earth energy of the spider, right? So the spider weaves its web, it takes its time. Very Virgo energy in a way, you know, very fastidious, methodical, careful, precise, strong. Right? Virgos, that's you all over. You guys are very precise, methodical. The Whale, water energy. The Whale talks about deep, deep, nurturing energy. Whales, oh, they gestate for a very long time. You know, that's kind of like beautiful, nurturing energy, mother energy, wisdom. The whales live for a long time. They have a deep wisdom. They communicate on a very complex level of emotions, right? Between each other, they communicate emotions, very complex emotions. And amazing. The Whale is a very deep emotional sign. So it talks about digging deep into your waters, into the nether reaches, right? Areas that maybe you haven't reached into before, right? Sides of yourself that you may not have looked at before, Virgo. Definitely way below the surface, deep. Deep passions, deep desires, right? Deep regrets and hurts as well. Only when you heal on a very deep, deep level, that type of healing is forever. It's a basis for all the healing that happens above. We'll clarify that Whale energy as we do the reading. Okay. Deviant Moon deck for you, Virgo. For May 4th, new moon cycle. Virgo, earth energy, element of earth, grounded energy. I'm going to talk a bit more about that Whale later on. I want to get the reading out for that because it's very deep water energy for you Virgos that are earth, element of earth, and so earthy as well. Although the Virgo is a very old sign. Want to know more about Virgos, definitely check out Fernando Prodholm. His page is on my channels list. He's a very, very in-depth, skilled astrologer. Very eccentric, lovely to watch his videos, and he's a Virgo, I believe, and he talks about Virgo being one of the oldest signs, if not the oldest constellation. So there's a lot of deep wisdom in the Virgo sign, although it is an earth sign. All right, and a lot of people don't associate that, you know, they associate that with the water signs like Pisces, right? But there is a depth to Virgo, a wisdom to Virgo. And this Whale card is definitely talking about tapping into that. All right, show me. Virgo for May 4th. New moon cycle. All right. So a bit. There we go. All right, it's a 10-card spread. All right. They're all in there. And we're going to go through each card one by one. In the middle, 7 of Swords covered by the 2 of Discs. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. At the bottom, we have 4 of Cups, right? Disillusionment. 4 of Cups talks about offers of love that are kind of like empty. You've been through that before. Look at the cups. You've been through all that before. Now you're just tossing cups away. It's not worth it. Even if it has a little bit of wine in there, you're still throwing it away. It's just empty relationships. You're done with them. You're feeling kind of disillusioned about them. You're bored. Boredom in your relationship, right? This card, 7 of Wands, talks about being very hasty, precarious, living precariously, not thinking things through, right? It's a card that's a warning about putting plans into place that you haven't really considered, right? Working from an ego point of view, hasty decisions based on anger or pride, right? Putting plans into place because of pride. Low energy. It's a warning, Virgo, covered by the 2 of Discs. You're giving a choice here. You're juggling. You're juggling 2 things right now. And you feel like you're doing a good job of it. I mean, it's a dancer. She's juggling, you know, she's dancing with the 2 of Discs. So it's not so much that she's not in control. She's in control and she's dancing. But this is also another warning, you know. Dancing between 2, at some point, dance stops. You have to make a choice, right? So be careful. Let's get into the reading. Queen of Swords, a no-nonsense woman coming in. This is definitely the woman, the lawyer. The woman is no nonsense, right? She's the teacher, the headmistress, you know, the one that you come to be honest. There is love there. There's nurturing there. She, you know, she welcomes you, but she's a no nonsense, right? She has the full moon behind her, so she doesn't, you know, you can't fool her. She's in touch with her deeper side, her psychic side, her intuition, so she can see a liar. She can pinpoint charlatans. She can see right through your masks, right? So be careful. Queen of Swords energy coming through. Somebody's coming through and they're seeing right through all of the bullshit. Whatever situation you've gotten yourself into, Virgo, it's a precarious situation. Somebody's coming in, right? Or this could be your energy starting to come in where you're realizing you don't need to do this. You need to be more careful. Again, 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands talks about, you know, you're stuck. I'm sorry, this is not 10 of Wands. This is 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords, you're stuck, right? You're stuck. You don't know where else to go. You have to pull those swords out in order for you to move forward, right? You have to pull them out in order to move forward. It's funny because it's like if you take a good look at the card, right? It starts right here. The hand is here. The one hand that's not impaled, right there. The one free hand he has, he's able to pull out that sword. And for there, he can begin to free himself, right? So he has it within his ability to free himself. So he's, you know, this is again an admonishment to realize that sometimes we put ourselves in boxes and chains. We put ourselves in bondage or in turmoil and frustration, you know, suffering. But it's of our own device. We have the ability to get out of it. A lot of times it's swords that we've put in place, right? Obstacles that we've put in place for ourselves. Holding rigidly to ideas. It's time to let go. It's the end of a cycle. It's time to let go of all of that and free yourself. Virgo. Queen of Pentacles coming in. This is the self-made woman, the industrious woman again, another court card. I think this is another person coming in, hopefully, to give you advice, right? To help you on your way. This is an offer. This can be an offer as well. An offer of increasing your abundance, your livelihood, right? Working perhaps as a student under a teacher, right? Queen of Pentacles is the one who's worked for all of her, all of her abundance. She's the one who's kind of worked her way up from the bottom. She's at the top of the ladder. Certainly she was at the bottom at one point, and it's all through blood, sweat, and tears. This is also can be a lesson for you. Could be someone that you really look up to as well. And you're learning that it takes a lot more. It takes blood, sweat, and tears on a lot of levels. It takes introspection, self-realization, being honest with yourself, cutting through the bullshit, right? This is a really, I wouldn't even be surprised if judgment came up in this reading. Six of Cups, happiness. You want happiness. You want a happy home life, right? You're really sick of these empty cups. You want a happy home life. But this is all because I think you've been putting yourself into situations that's stopping you, right? And I think a lot of it is your own doing, Virgo, right? It can be coming from the outside as well. But I think a lot of these cards are talking about self-imposed difficulties. You need to be honest with yourself and have a conversation with yourself and what you're doing, because the things that you're getting involved with is stopping you from having the Six of Cups, and you desperately want it. Maybe you feel like you can't have it, but it's an illusion, right? This is kind of an illusion. Maybe you're feeling a little bit like you're put upon by outside forces, but you have to realize that some of this is your own doing, Virgo. Ten of Discs, abundance, right? Perhaps you have abundance right now, but you don't have the love that you want. Right? This also comes here, this juggling of Two of Discs. In this deck, in some decks the juggler is precarious. In this deck, she's a dancer. She's able, she's agile and able to juggle two enterprises, two projects, two jobs, right? But you've been a little bit risky here. And this, shows me that there's been success in the past. You have been very successful. Ten of Discs is ultimate success, right? I mean, look, it's granddad playing chess with his grandson. Everything is great. They're in the castle. This is coat of arms family type of success. Old money, long enduring, where generations and you've established your success for generations, right? Ten of Discs is everything. Family, home, hearth, everything, success, right? So you have a lot of that. That's on the top. You have that in your life, but you're playing with fire right now. I think you're really playing with fire. You've recently put yourself in a very difficult situation, I think, with that, right? It could be that you've been involving yourself in some very tricky partnerships, business-wise. And that could be where you've been a little bit hasty or where you've been reckless. You need to take very special care. You need to be honest and cut through that. If this is a legal situation, you need to deal with it right away, because you're juggling too much. Knight of Cups, somebody's coming in with an offer of love. This is not necessarily a commitment of love, but it's a serious offer of love coming into you. So your love life right now as well is going to take a little leap up also. This could be what you're juggling as well. You could be juggling that as well, although this is definitely to do with the material realm when you're dealing with discs. But energies can be vice versa, and they can blend into each other. It's interesting. I love this spread because even though it's a circular spread, there is a cross square in there here with these cards. And there are the various connections that I can read. So I really love this spread. And it's interesting that the cards on top are a lot of times our hopes and wishes and dreams. It can also be our fears sometimes. And underneath can be our underwriting currents, the energies that really urge us on a subconscious level. It's interesting up here. You really want that happy relationship. You also want that You know, you want that offer of love to come in towards you. You may be willing to make an offer of love to someone else, right? It may be you, right? Being ready to make an offer of love to someone. 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups. Interesting, interesting. I love the 9 of Cups. You know, the 9 of Cups definitely talks about, it can talk about like just having everything at your fingertips. It can talk about having, you know, a choice. You look, if you can, you know, he's got the genie. You know, he's got the genie in the bottle. You see him, right? He's got the lamp and the genie's able to offer him any kind of cup that he wants, and he's just staring up at him in amazement, right? And he gives him any wish he wants to give him, you know, and it's you know, so you have the ability to make any kind of manifest, you know, you have a wish fulfillment and love available. But I think this card is also a lesson. It's a warning. Be careful what you wish for too. There's always a flip side to these deviant moon cards, and that's why I love using them for moon readings. So you have, you know, this is definitely, you know, a figure who has everything, but remember, it's a genie. It's a wish. It's through magic. Magic comes at a price, always comes at a price. And if you know the story of the genie in the bottle, those who made wishes with the genie always paid a heavy price. And I think sometimes this card can talk about wishing for love, but not necessarily putting the right work or foundation in. And there's a warning for that in that, right? But it can also mean, that's just the underlying warning. But 9 of Cups also very much means abundance and wish fulfillment and love. And you're going to get what you want. You're definitely going to get what you want. It's coming for you. Happiness, you know, your dreams come true in love is coming for you. And that warning isn't something that's definitely going to happen. But it just means that when the love comes in, make sure that it's on a firm foundation, right? And you're ready for it. Page of Pentacles, again, more offers in the realm of material. The material, money, job, abundance, increasing your livelihood, right? Labor, offers of labor. So there's a Page of Pentacles talks about another, just a message. It could be a message in terms to do with this, with whatever it is you're juggling here, right? These other projects you're juggling. You might get a small message coming in this month. So Leo, it's really talking, you know, the overall is really good. You know, you're coming into a point this month. I think this is more along the line. There's 2 parts to this reading. There's love coming in. You're wishing for love. There's love coming in. But also you need to change some things about yourself. All right. And I think that also bleeds into your professional life. So to bring in the love and to also keep that abundance that you have in your professional life, you need to do some introspection and stop taking all these risks. You're taking a lot of risks. And I think you're definitely taking monetary risks, speculatory risks, and sometimes you're not taking responsibility, I don't think, for those risks as well. But you need to take responsibility. You need to learn to take responsibility if you want that kind of love to come in, right? And that's that whale energy as well. And that's what I mean with the whale energy coming in. The whale is definitely old, wise energy, right? Digging deep into yourself. Right? Profound peace, ancient wisdom it talks about. Right? The wheel talks about, you know, not being afraid of emotional expression and going over difficult areas in your life to overcome your challenges, you know, like digging up hurts, digging up pains, not being afraid of it, you know. The whale is very strong, stable. There's a depth, like I say, there's a depth to the whale that is rare. It can go so deep, right? Deep compassion, communication, you know, calm, steady, forward. And that's what you need to employ as well, some calmness. You're being a little hasty. 7 of Swords also talks about hasty plans. Slow down your plans so that you can protect all that you've worked for and so that you can get this love coming in. Again, slow down. Take some time to really manifest. Think about what it is you wish for and manifest that so you know. All right, so you know that you've got what you really truly desire coming in. As well in business, be careful, be cautious, be calm in the coming months with new beginnings, new offers coming in for your business. Take some time out to heal yourself. Take some responsibility as well. There's definitely an issue of shirking responsibilities, Virgo. And that's unlike you because Virgos are very, very responsible generally. I've always known them to be very responsible, on time. Virgos are on-time people, not late people. You know, some people are late people. Virgos are on-time people, if not early. But I would say on time because of their precision. Archangels, give us some message for Virgos, please. Help us out for Virgos this lunar month, this new moon month for their beginnings. New beginnings, new opportunities, changes, new ways of looking at life. Help us out with this month. What do they need to look out for? I need 3 cards. Show me. Ear chakra. Integrity. Interesting. Oop. And 1 card fell out. Parents. Divine truth. Wow. Ear chakra talks about opening up, paying attention to sounds, music, and words from both external and internal, from within your mind. These messages are real answers to your prayers. So for those of you who are, you know, if you're believing in this idea that you do have angels and spirits, ancestors, departed loved ones looking after you, then this is a reaffirmation that they're sending you. They are definitely there. They're sending you messages, but you need to open up and listen for them, right? And they're coming in the form of sounds, music, words. Could be lyrics from songs, things that you hear, conversations that stick with you. Open up that third eye a bit and open up your ear chakra. You can do meditation, quiet meditation to do that, right? You can pray on it as well. You can do listening to Tibetan bowls, listen to tonal notes and things like that, meditating on harmonics that will open up your ear chakra. Integrity. Align your actions so that they match your values and inner knowingness of what's right for you. Integrity, right? So that's what that's talking about, having integrity, right? That's what this middle card is talking about. You don't want to have these hasty decisions, you know, it's unprofessional. It's you know, look at that, unprofessional. If that's supposed to be a performance, the rope is frayed at any moment. The sword can fall. He hasn't really thought this through. It's sloppy. There's swords everywhere. There's no integrity. There's no professionalism there yet. This character really hasn't thought this through. It's been very hasty. And so integrity is called for. And you have integrity. You know, again, these are all reaffirmations. You do have integrity. Your inner knowledge and your values are beautiful. You just have to make sure to realign them, and this is a reminder to trust them. And again, and then here you have parents. The divine truth is that your parents eternally love you to the best of their ability. The angels are helping you heal from any pain associated with your mother and father. So if there's any past hurts that's holding you back, it could be that some of this situation you're having here, some of you Virgos may be constantly finding you in these kind of situations where you feel like it's very futile, you don't know which way to go, you're stuck, you haven't learned those coping mechanisms, and some of that can be because of old hurts, childhood traumas, you know, pains, unresolved issues, unresolved tragedies or sadness, things that haven't been discussed, you know. So that's what that talks about, and this is a reaffirmation that you can work through these issues, you know. You can work through these issues, and if you have these issues, you need to work through these issues, okay? So for some of you, hopefully that resonates. Ear chakras, integrity, and parents. What a wonderful reading for you. This is a month of growing up for you in a way, right? Maturing, Virgo. You know, not growing up because you're grown-ups, right? But I'm saying maturing, vibrating higher, you know, rising up to an even better version of yourself, Virgo. All right? You guys are great. You guys are great business people. I'm not surprised the 10 of Pentacles is at the top. But this month you want to take care because you're really taking some risks. And if you're wanting to bring in love in your life, you really need to deal with some of this past guilt and blockages that you've put up. All right? If any of this resonated with you, please like and subscribe, share, comment below, leave me a question. I answer all of them. I love you all for taking your time to watch this video. For all of you who've taken the time to write a comment, to reach out to me, those of you who've reached out for private readings, thank you so much. If you want a private reading, the information is below. Just email me at bowandarrowtarot@gmail.com. Thank you so much for this, allowing me to give you this new moon reading, Virgo. Definitely growth coming for you this month. New moon readings are always very interesting. They're very specific, and they definitely always talk about new beginnings and growth. So for now, I'm just going to say to you, thank you all so much for supporting my new channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. And for now, you Virgos, have a wonderful new moon. Bye-bye.